Imagine waiting over 50 years for the biggest prize in European football, and then you finally reach the final. You don't just win, you absolutely obliterate your opponent. 5-0.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into PSG's historic 2025 Champions League run. Okay, let's unpack this. PSG had the budget and the stars for years.
Right, they had all the pieces.
But they always fell short. Winning this title felt like finally conquering Everest.
Oh, it really was a major obsession for them, like a total obsession. But the final against Inter Milan is really only half the story.
Only half.
Yeah. To understand that massive 5-0 win, you have to look backwards. You have to look at their brutal semifinal against Arsenal.
Right. PSG played Arsenal in the 2024-25 semifinals, and they won 3-1 overall.
Exactly.
First, they grabbed a 1-0 away win at the Emirates Stadium. Ousmane Dembélé scored that crucial goal.
Which is huge. Winning away from home in Europe is just so difficult.
It is. Then they won 2-1 in Paris. That was thanks to Fabian Ruiz and Achraf Hakimi. Securing that 1-0 away win first is massive.
It really changes everything.
It is like forcing your opponent to play chess without their knights. Did winning away make the home game much easier?
Well, it absolutely forced Arsenal's hand. I mean, Arsenal usually relies on a very tight defensive structure.
Right, they like to stay organized.
Exactly. But losing at home meant they had to attack in Paris. They had to abandon their shape and leave wide gaps.
So they took big risks.
Yeah. PSG didn't need to force the game at all. They just waited for Arsenal to overextend. Then they punished them on the counterattack.
Oh, wow. That makes perfect sense. They forced Arsenal to play totally out of character.
They absolutely did.
But that brings us to the final. They played Inter Milan. I look at that 5-0 scoreline, and it almost doesn't make sense.
It is shocking for a final.
Right. Finals are supposed to be cagey, nervous matches. Teams play safe. So what does this all mean? Was PSG just unstoppable that night, or did Inter completely collapse?
Well, Inter's a very solid team. But you have to look at the psychological release PSG got from beating Arsenal.
The semifinal win?
Yeah. That semifinal lifted a massive mental block. For years, PSG played with fear in big European matches.
They were always waiting for something to go wrong.
Exactly. Surviving Arsenal erased that fear entirely. They walked into the final playing with pure, absolute freedom.
Breaking that barrier unlocked their true potential.
It really did.
Here's where it gets really interesting. The impact of that semifinal didn't just end with the trophy. Fast forward to 2026.
Oh yeah, the rematch.
PSG and Arsenal play each other again. Both are top clubs in Europe. Suddenly, this isn't just a regular European matchup. We have a bitter, intense rivalry on our hands. Does losing a big game make a team fight twice as hard the next year?
Absolutely. You don't just forget a major loss like that. Arsenal had to watch PSG lift the trophy.
That must hurt.
It creates deep resentment. They knew they were the final stepping stone. In 2026, Arsenal isn't just trying to win a football match.
No.
No, they were out for pride. They were out to settle a score. That shared history changes the very DNA of how they play each other.
Every tackle hits a little harder. Let's wrap this up for you. PSG conquered Europe. They beat Arsenal in a tactical masterclass.
A complete masterclass.
Then they rode that massive energy to crush Inter Milan 5-0. They secured their very first Champions League title.
And in the process, they sparked a fierce new rivalry that will last for years.
True. Which leaves you with a final thought today. When a bitter rivalry develops between two huge clubs like PSG and Arsenal, does the memory of a past defeat permanently change how they play against each other? We will let you ponder that one.